So, the turn has come to Ireland in my Eurovision reviews for 2014. I'm gonna say actually almost all positive things about the Irish entry, which, to be honest, I hadn't expected. Because although Ireland has given us more winners than any other nation, and some of them the most fantastic songs that had ever been presented in Eurovision, in recent years, Ireland has not impressed. Trying to put it diplomatically here. This year, I think they've done a much better job than they have for the past 5, 6, 7 years. They may still bomb. I suspect actually that they sadly may seriously run a risk of bombing, but they don't deserve to, I don't think, this year, because they have actually done a decent job of it. The best thing about the song, in my opinion, is the singer. The band is called Can Lynn, and they are featuring, what's her name, Casey Smith, is it? The song is called Heartbeat, and the singer, she's really, really good. She has a voice that has personality. I actually, the first time I heard the song, I immediately, like within 3 seconds, I was thinking, wow, that voice, that's really got something. That's the strongest feature of the Irish entry. So I hope they will focus on her vocal performance and not add all kinds of distracting choreography. I think that will be to the detriment of their entry if they don't let people focus on very, very good vocal performance that is actually being given here. The song itself is pretty. It has a really good melody. It has a good beat. It's catchy. It really gets going when the chorus starts, and when that happens, you're thinking, wow, you know, this is really something. Because the chorus is really catchy, to the extent that this is one of the best entries so far. This is definitely my top 5 so far in the lineup. It does also have the kind of Irish lilt to it, that you would recognize this as the Irish entry, even if you didn't know what country it came from. That can be good, because a lot of the audience, they really like hearing that ethnic element and seeing some of the personality, so to speak, of the nation presenting the song. We actually heard and seeing something that they, or we, I should say, recognize as being genuinely from that country. So that we, for instance, will always bomb with a Latino dance song because nobody wants to hear that from Norway. This is the kind of thing that I think quite a few people want to hear from Ireland. But, like I said, I still worry they may bomb, because what I think they're going to do, just basing this on seeing their national final, I think they're going to do what they did with, what's his name, was it last year, this Ryan guy? They're going to overload it with extremely Irish elements. They have Irish dance in the presentation in the national contest, and I have to say, I think that will be a big mistake if they go with that in Copenhagen. Because that is just, the song itself, as you'll hear, it has Irish elements of Irish music that lets you recognize it. But that's all we need. We don't need to be force-fed it. We don't need to have it shoved down our throats that this is Ireland. Look at this, watch this, it is Ireland. We already know that. Just from hearing the song is enough. And the problem also with the whole Irish dance thing is that it really only looks good if you have lots of people doing it together. If you have only 2 people, the way they did in their national final, or national selections, it's just gonna look weird. It doesn't look good when it's just 2 guys doing it. And you can't have more than 6 people on stage, so they're gonna be stuck with those 2 guys. So even though Irish dance is really cool, having it as part of the choreography for this song is going to be too much, and there are going to be too few dancers for it to look good. So they absolutely should not do that, but I think they will, and I think that is going to ruin the relatively good chances that this song should have. I think they're going to make it so Irish that a blind man with his back turned couldn't miss it. And I think people aren't going to like that. I think the audience is going to think it's just way too much. It's just overkill. And I think they're running, if they do that, they're running a serious risk of doing very badly again this year, which will be sad because they don't deserve it, because this is actually a really good song. Heartbeat from Ireland. Listen to it, and if you don't, find your foot tapping when they get to the chorus. Yeah, then try listening again. It's a good song. So good for you, Ireland. But I hope you will really consider carefully before you decide on the choreography, because the choreography and the presentation from your national selections is probably going to kill this song, unfortunately.
White lightning up on us again. The walls now paper thin, and soon the sun's breaking in. Don't you know, and oh, how the world is not always true. Still my truth will remain, and you will be braver and start anew. I know, and oh, when the ocean's way too deep, keep your head high above the water. We can make it and break the border. Hold on to my heartbeat, my heartbeat, my heartbeat. Face the danger and face tomorrow. You're a dreamer and you don't know that no story is carved in stone. Just hold on to my heartbeat, my heartbeat. The ground may be caving in, and some wounds they may never mend, but we'll rise up and try again. I know, I know. When the shore is hard to see, keep your head high above the water. We can make it and break the border. Hold on to my heartbeat, my heartbeat, my heartbeat. Face the danger and face tomorrow. You're a dreamer and you don't know that no story is carved in stone. Just hold on to my heartbeat, my heartbeat. Keep your